I'll get the hero thing up. So it's right. So my first one are the most popular characters to use in Overwatch, and rightly so, I say, because hang on guys, I'm going to go in the party just so I can't do it, just so in case you guys can hang on. Now, as you may be able to show, Genji is one of the most overpowered characters in the game. Rightly so, I say, probably because of his incredible speed and also his ability to deflect any bullets. Now, let's give an example. For some reason, he can't deflect May's ecothermic blaster or whatever it's called.
I feel an
outcast. And he can't deflect Diva's rockets. So, but here are some of the best pros of him. He can double jump and he can climb walls. So the good thing is you can annoy your opponents just by double jumping, climbing walls everywhere. And honestly, this is one of my favourite features about Genji. So what we're going to be doing here, so as you can see, they are waiting to get out. Now, Genji can throw 3 throwing stars at a time, or three throwing stars at a time. Now, also he has 24 attacks. So he is one of the best to use. If you're wondering why he wasn't ranked higher on this list, it's because some Overwatch characters are much better than just normal people like this. So people like Genji are going to enjoy the finer things in life. Now, another reason Genji wasn't ranked higher on this list is because he's not a sweaty character to use. He's mostly just an overpowered one. He's one of those characters that can really be used only with higher levels, not with just average level 1 players who can just sweat out the whole game. Which is right, I say. So, alright. So coming up next, we have Bastion. Now, Bastion is one of my favourite characters on this list. Reason is probably one of my favourite characters on this list. Reason being is because he's easy to use and he has pretty simple abilities. His first one is to sentry turret such as this, and his other one, he can repair himself, which basically means healing himself in this method. So the thing is, his sentry turret has 300 bullets, and also this recon mode is, this is a really bad comp for him. He is incredibly slow. So if you're going up against a character such as Tracer, like I am here, you're going to face a pretty tough time unless you are in sentry configuration mode and can shoot practically everywhere. Now, there was some tactics I like to use with Bastion, such as called the Rose tactic. Now, if you guys don't know what the Rose tactic is, I will show you it in a second. So, the Rose tactic is where you get on to one of the most populated places and you shoot in a blind circle. Now, a blind circle, if you shoot in a blind circle, you'll basically have a less chance to hit your opponent, but you're more somebody to avoid. Up next on this list, we have a character I'm pretty terrible with, is Junkrat. Now, Junkrat, he deserves a spot on the list, because he's a pretty solid character to use, but I never really found how good he was. You see, the thing is, because of his grenades bouncing, and so the thing is, the things I find about Junkrat aren't very good, as he's a bit of a rough one. Just say he's a bit of a rough one. And also, one of my favourites in Overwatch is Junkrat, but the only issue is that I can't play as him. So, as you may be able to see, Junkrat is a pretty swift character, especially when it comes to his explosives. And also he can rocket jump, which makes him a pretty overpowered character. Now, being Junkrat isn't one of the most pleasuring abilities that you can have. But some of his abilities are in fact really good, and especially good for issues like this. Now, some people such as Junkrat are pretty easy to take out, like with people like Tracer, as you can see. And also, when you die, he spawns grenades that he hasn't used, which is incredible. Now, the next one who is up on our list is actually a tank, and that is Roadhog. Roadhog has been a fan favourite for everybody to use ever since the beginning, and honestly, I say rightly so. Honestly, he is a favourite character of mine as he is a strong, independent character. He's one of those tanks that you can't really let go of once you start playing with him. Such as, why do you think I like playing with him so much? And also, Roadhog is a pretty sweaty character to use. So, he is one of our fan favourites for quite a good reason. So a lot of people like him. And you can see, he's great for getting victories, and and every time I play with him, he has never lost. And I say, perfect. Now, as you may be able to see also here, Junkrat and his abilities are very incredible. So, you think about it, you've got quite a few, you have quite a few kills as Junkrat. You are getting so when you're getting, oh god, I can't get the words out, guys, sorry. But you see, the more you use some of these characters, you are going to be a god at them, and also you will level up very, very fast. So, what number are we on? We are on number 6, I believe. 6 or 7. But we're coming up, so I'll show you which one's coming up next. Hang on. Now, we're getting to the big leagues now, and before we get into this, I would like to ask you to subscribe and turn on notifications to my channel, because I upload mostly Overwatch, Fortnite, and also, let's not forget, some Pokemon content. Very now and again. Now, the next one we have up on our list is McCree. Now, McCree has always been a brilliant character to use, especially for a lot of people. Me, not so much. I never actually found what was good about him. But some things are pretty good. Some things about him I did find pretty good yesterday, as I was looking for who to put on this list. I did play every single hero until I found how good they were. Now, he has a Peacekeeper which shoots quick shots such as this. And I find that is a really good quality to have, especially for McCree. McCree is never usually on anyone's list, and I don't know why. McCree is an especially popular character too, because he has also got, but the only issue is, he's got some pretty bad abilities. I've never actually found what was good about him though. But his abilities are pretty good. Rolling and also being able to stun your opponents. I will show you, and honestly, I say he's just a brilliant character to use all over. Next up we have Farah. Farah is a brilliant character to use here. Now, if you're going on a map with very close quarters places such as King's Row, I would recommend using her. She's got a rocket launcher and can fly. Now, what could be more perfect than that? Well, I'll tell you what could. Some of the other people on this list. Now, as you can see she can fly if you press the buttons L2 or hold X. Now, she has an ability to knock all of her opponents out the way or boost higher, such as that. Now, the only way that Farah is actually being able to be usable, especially for people like me, Farah can only be used by efficient pros and also can be used with foot. And so I will show you her in action in a moment.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
As you can see, she takes out shields really fast. and also has the utmost ability for her rocket launcher to kill people close quarters, which is a very good quality to have again, which is another reason why she's on this list. So she can of course go on practically anyone's team. Farah is an OG character, and she will never leave your side. And honestly, I say I don't blame her. But honestly, she can only be played by special and efficient pros at the game. Now, of course, we all know who that is. Up next, we have probably the mascot, Tracer. Tracer is a fast and efficient person. So if you want to deal with Junkrat, for examples, you can just do this. You can take a Junkrat out such as this, or you can deal with a Roadhog very fast with her guns. Her dual pistols really have helped me in some tough times, and also so have her abilities. Her abilities to teleport and time travel are incredibly good, especially for when you're fighting a Roadhog. Honestly, if you get hooked from long range, if you get hooked from short range, there's not much you can do. But if you get hooked from short range, you can just instantly teleport back. You can teleport back and regen health, which I find is another amazing quality to have about Tracer. The only thing is, Tracer can't have infinite teleports. Tracer has infinite teleports, but she has to recharge some in the middle, which is something I really do not like, which is something I hate. Using Tracer has always been a favourite thing to do of mine during the series of Overwatch, and she's never left my side, and she's always, and honestly, Tracer's great for scouting the enemy team for what they have, and then teleporting back to her teammates and seeing what they have. Of course, she has some bad qualities, such as some of her health. Now, her health is pretty bad, as she only has 150 HP. Now, which makes her an easy kill for a close range person such as Roadhog or Reaper. Now, all things aside, I'm not sure she would be able to handle it. Up next, we have an incredible character, Reaper. Reaper is one of my main characters, and he is just he is a godsend. I've never had any troubles with Reaper. I don't actually see too many troubles. The only trouble I do see is some of his abilities, and some of his abilities are pretty damn awful. And if I'm going to be honest, some of them I've never seen before in my life, and some I don't agree with. He can't heal himself, and he can teleport and be immune to bullets for a short time. But the only issue some issues that I find with him are a little bit dodgy, let's say. Don't get me wrong, teleporting and being able to kill anyone that comes near you is a brilliant quality, like such as this. And of course, he can take out tanks very, very quickly and very efficiently. So I wouldn't really be surprised if he becomes one of the most OP and popular characters in the whole of Overwatch.
The grave cannot hold me.
For the next, we have an official god. We have one of the most sweatiest characters in the game. Yes, I'm talking about Mei. Mei isn't a officially good character, let's just say. She's a really sweaty character. She's mostly used for people who haven't played the game in a while, or just don't know how to play at all. She can freeze herself to regain health, such as this. Regaining health via going invincible is really good. But honestly, I've never found it a really, really amazing quality. I say people are wrong. May is a sweaty character, I'll give her that. But her abilities, not good. Her abilities are pretty bad. I mean, her ultimate ability is okay, but all it does is just freeze your opponents and deal damage, which of course is great. But some cons about that. But we'll go into detail about that later. Now, of course, last definitely not least, and of course, probably an OG to this entire. You actually start off with him, Soldier 76. Soldier 76, I've never found any trouble with him. He's always someone by your side, and he never leaves you. He's a very strong, powerful character. He has a healing field which can heal your teammates, as well as he has rockets which can damage most tanks. The only problem I find, there's one problem on this one I find with him, is that he's not got much ammo. So I will give you a demonstration of Hilux rockets, and also this. Honestly, some people have absolutely no respect. And also, but guys, that is the end of this. But I will be playing some Overwatch now. I'm going to be showing you some of the characters in a full game, which is gonna hurt a lot. So, first character on the list was, of course, yeah, I forget what was the first one. Yeah, Genji. Genji's been taken. Hanzo can very quickly replace him. Now, some characters are considered to be on the list are very good characters, but they just couldn't make it. They couldn't make the cut.
With every death,
How does my drum set doing? Drum set stop glitching out.
The government here
Drum set.
is such a medieval view.
Drum damn set. Hang on, guys. Hang on.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
So this is what has become of you. A pity.
I will not be judged by you.
Sorry guys, my drum set was playing up. So right now, so Hanzo was a person we could have had on the list. Now, the reason he couldn't make the list is because of this ability. This ability is good in some cases if you want to get to your teammates very, very fast. But not a good quality to have when people just want you dead, really. You're practically walking into a death trap just using this ability. Now the reason Hanzo was actually one of the most good people to be using on this list. Now, he's a ranged attacker. This ranged attacker, he doesn't do much to help his squad. When it comes to stuff like taking out shields, Hanzo isn't the best, admittedly, but he helps himself by taking out the healers long ranged. Now, the healers being taken out long range, such as Lucio and Moira, are incredibly good, and as you can see from this footage here. Now,
I will not be
another person that could have made it onto the list was Sombra. Sombra is an all-round great character, to be honest, and never before have I witnessed such greatness. But she couldn't make the cut, reason being of, well, honestly, it's her health and her gun that really couldn't make the cut. All the qualities about her add up, but seriously, you're practically asking to die at this point when you're using people like Sombra. Sombra also has a very, very, very quick death span. Has a very, very small lifespan as well. So, but she can take people out with her SMG, which is good, but at least you can.
Feeling much better.
But honestly, I'm very proud to have some. I'm happy that Sombra couldn't be a part of this team, even though she was one of my mains used to. Another one who could have made it onto the list was Ana. Ana is like a Widowmaker, but I would say that Ana is better than Widowmaker. Some people are going to say, well, hang on a second, well, she's nowhere near as good as Widowmaker. No, the reason I say this is because Ana can put people to sleep. She can put people to damn sleep, and she can heal your friends. Now, of course, you may not think that this is good. Honestly, I say otherwise. I've never met a person as good as Ana. Now, for HP, I've got to find some meds here. Now, she's a healer, and what do healers do best? They heal people best. But I would say she just couldn't make the cut because of her sniper. Her sniper's weak, if I'm going to be honest. Everything else is just brilliant about her. Another person who could have made the cut was an absolute personal favourite, Doomfist. Doomfist is one of the most unpopular characters in the game, but I say no. I like Doomfist, and a lot of people do. A lot of people will agree with me. So, the reason Doomfist could have made this list is because of the strength of his bullets. Now, you watch how much that this could do. If you look at it now, honestly, I've never met somebody who can't just take practically everybody out. But honestly, who hasn't at this point? Somebody from this list who could have made the cut was Ash. Ash is a solid character to play. An ultra solid, I mean. Ultra solid. I've never met someone as great as Ash. Now, the issue with Ash is, well, her abilities. All she can do is just fly for a few seconds, and she has dynamite. Not good. It's almost as bad as McCree, but I'd say otherwise. Ash is like McCree, only with just a bit better moves, let's just say. Also, she can heal anybody. She can't heal anything, but honestly, I like her. She's a good person, and honestly, she's one of those people who could practically just take out any tank with her fast spamming shots. Now, right. Now, one other now, last but not least, who could have made the list is Torbjorn. Torbjorn is good, but he's too sweaty to be on this list. I'll tell you why. He can speed boost and attack boost himself. Good for lower levels, not good for normal people, not good for good players. And also, seriously, using turrets, you're practically asking to die if you use turrets. That's literally laying your tracks. You're practically placing your tracks on, like, ironically. I don't find any of this good for Torbjorn, but honestly, if you want to use Torbjorn, you're the boss. Not good, but in my opinion, he isn't too good of a character. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's great for taking practically anybody out, such as, well, that actually. What to tell you, someone else could have made this list.
Back in the fight.
And that was Orisa. Orisa could have made this list. Now, the reason she couldn't is because of her health. Her health isn't sufficient for a tank. She does have a shield, I'll give her that. But tanks like Wrecking Ball and Winston have a shield, and they have much more health. They have like 100 more health, which I don't find very healthy. Dead jokes, XD, lol. But honestly, I don't find too much good with Orisa that anybody could use very good. I just couldn't find it.
System restart initialized.
Now, this has been my broadcast for Overwatch. Now I will see you in the next one, and the next one I will be showing you the worst Overwatch characters ranked, and that one will be a top 10 or a top 5, probably a top 5 because it's not many bad characters in Overwatch, is there? See you guys. This is Alex at Choose25. Peace out. Have a great day, great life, and I'll see you in the next time. Bye.